Hey everybody, I'm Jen, your new Pilgrim Lodge camp director, and I'm really happy to be here because I've been trying to share this book. I've been trying to figure out a way to share this book with you, like on Facebook, the Pilgrim Lodge's Facebook site, or on social media somehow. Since we started the this little virus adventure that we've been on, and I wanted to share it with you because it's about a little girl that begins to lose sight of who she is. And she begins to have doubt because she's got a little trouble in her life. And she begins to have doubt about her friendships and her ability to do art and her ability to do her school. And she just has a lot of doubt. And a friend comes along and helps her remember who she is. And that's something that all of us need right now. We need someone to help us remember who we are. And so here's what I've been thinking about. Every day, you guys do everything in your life different. You're not in school. You're not with your friends. You're not playing spring sports. You're not doing your drama team. You're not doing music. You're not doing any of your extracurricular activities. And you don't even know right now if we're going to have summer the way that we know summers in Maine. And nobody knows what we're going through. Our grandparents and our parents can't tell us, oh yeah, when I was young, this happened, and this is how we handled that. This is all new to us. So here's what I know. Like, we'll all have doubts, but just like I need and just like you need, what we need is someone to remind us, and I'm going to do that right now, to remind you that going through this step by step and doing what we've been doing here in Maine, it's working. And you're successful. You're being successful at what you've been asked to do. And that makes you courageous. So this journey that we're on is actually a hero's journey. And so, yeah, doubt may come, but just think about what I'm saying. We have doubt, and the real answer to that is that we're up for this, and we have that courage, and we're taking care of each other, and we're doing a darn good job. So why don't we read the book, and then you'll find out the other way that I'm helping myself, because I have something inside out I do every day to remind me. So let's read the book, okay? Carly had a magical life. Every day she laughed and played with her special friend, Natasha. They pretended to jump on clouds and walk on the moon. They bounced on the bed like kangaroos, and sometimes they even rolled around like leaves blowing in the wind. Playing with Natasha was Carly's favorite thing to do. One day, Carly and Natasha had a tea party. There were chocolate swirl cookies, blueberry pie, and vanilla ice cream. Carly's mother came out and poured a cup of sweet cinnamon tea with milk. "Mom, you forgot to give Natasha some tea." "Oh, I'm sorry, Pumpkin. I didn't see her," Mom said. She poured another cup of tea and went back inside. "Why can't my mom see you?" Carly asked. "Only you can see me," Natasha said. "I'm your invisible friend." "What does that mean?" Natasha dunked a chocolate swirl cookie into her tea. "I don't have a body like you do. I'm a spirit, silly." Carly's eyes got big. "A spirit? You mean a ghost?" "Oh, no," Natasha said. I'm not a ghost. A spirit is kind of like an angel without wings. Then she sighed. I like wings. I do wish I had wings. Well, I wish I was a spirit, Carly mumbled. You are a spirit, silly, Natasha said. Your spirit is the most important part of you. It's who you really are. Carly looked at her reflection in the teapot. I don't see it anywhere. Your spirit is hard to see because it lives in an apartment inside your heart. How did it get there? Carly asked. Natasha took Carly by the hand and they sat under a shady tree, much like the trees out at Pilgrim Lodge. Let me tell you a story, Natasha said. Once upon a time, there was a shiny spirit named Carly. She lived among the stars with all sorts of other shiny spirits. And one day, Natasha continued, Carly the spirit decided to come to Earth and be born as a human being. So she picked the perfect parents, and after 9 months, she was born inside a little tiny body. Hey, Carly giggled. That story's about me, isn't it? Yep, Natasha said. You see, when a spirit decides to live in a body, it forgets who it really is. So to help Carly remember, her special friend Natasha, that's me, came to Earth to remind her. Carly clapped her hands, and now we play and laugh and eat lots of blueberry pie and chocolate swirl cookies. Natasha nodded. Always remember who you are, a beautiful, shiny spirit made of love and light. Carly's smile grew bigger and bigger. I can feel my spirit shining inside me, she said, putting her hand over her heart. Your spirit helps you love yourself and everyone around you, Natasha said. But it's easy to be distracted by the outside world and forget who you really are. You don't have to worry about me, Carly declared. I promise to remember. That's great, Natasha said. Then I guess it's time for me to go. They hugged and Carly's eyes filled with tears. Will I ever see you again? She asked. Don't be sad, Natasha said. I'll come back if you ever need me. Carly waved goodbye at Natasha, flew off to her home in the stars. At first, Carly really missed Natasha, but as time went by, it became harder and harder to remember her invisible friend. She spent lots of time reading books and making up stories about dinosaurs, spaceships, and enchanted fairies. The kids at school teased her for being so quiet, and it was hard for Carly to make friends. Every day, her heart felt heavier and heavier until all the magic that had once filled her life was gone. One afternoon at the bus stop, 2 girls were picking on Carly. One grabbed her books and started a game of keep away. Hey, Carly Barley, she yelled. Want to know why you don't have any friends? Because you think you're smarter than everyone else, the other girl taunted. Carly tried not to cry, but the tears spilled out anyway. She ran straight home to her bedroom, covered her face with her hands. Why doesn't anyone like me? She sobbed. Suddenly, there was a whoosh near Carly's window, and she felt something bouncing beside her like a kangaroo. She looked up. Who are you? Carly asked. Don't you remember me? I'll give you a hint. The shiny bean flopped onto the floor and rolled around and around like a leaf blowing in the wind. Natasha! Carly yelled. Jumping up, she hugged her invisible friend, and they danced around the room, fluttering like butterflies. Then Carly stopped dancing and sat on the bed. I'm not a very good friend, she said. When I forgot about you, I forgot all about my spirit too. How will I ever get it back? Natasha held up a mirror, and Carly saw that she was glowing brighter and brighter. Hey, she said, it's still there. Suddenly, Carly felt her spirit warm inside her. I never meant to forget or doubt, and I never want to forget or doubt ever again, she declared. Natasha raised her eyebrows. How will you remember? Carly looked out the window and thought for a moment. Then she snapped her fingers. I've got it. I'll just live inside out, Carly said. What do you mean? Since my spirit lives inside my heart, I want it to always shine through to the outside. Yes, inside out, Natasha sang. That's a perfect way to let everyone know the real you. Then Carly reached down and took off her shoes and socks. What are you doing? Natasha asked. Carly turned her socks inside out and put them on again. From now on, she said, I'm going to wear my socks like this, so I'll always remember and never doubt. I'll always, always remember to live inside out. That's a great idea, Natasha said. If I had feet, I'd wear my socks that way too. For the rest of the day, Carly and Natasha laughed and played. They pretended to jump on clouds and walk on the moon. They bounced on the bed like kangaroos and rolled around like leaves blowing in the wind. Carly's life was magical once again, and this time she was going to keep it that way. Amen. I, too, now wear my socks inside out.